Hey there, tech enthusiasts. Welcome back to Code and Silicon, your journey from transistors to Python. Ever wonder how a program knows what to do in different situations? Like, how does a game know if you've won or lost? Well, today we're diving into the secret sauce: conditional statements in Python. You'll learn how to make your code smart, make decisions, and take your programming skills to a whole new level. So, what exactly are conditional statements? Think of them as the decision makers in your code. They allow your program to check if something is true or false and then act accordingly. It's like a fork in the road for your code. The most basic one is the if statement. If a certain condition is true, the code inside the if block runs. But what if it's false? That's where the else statement comes in. It provides an alternative path, a default action to take when the if condition isn't met. It's a simple but powerful one-two punch for controlling your program's flow. Now, how do we ask those true or false questions in our if statements? We use something called comparison operators. These are your tools for comparing values. For example, the double equals sign checks if two things are exactly the same. The exclamation mark followed by an equals sign checks if they are not equal. We also have greater than and less than symbols, just like in math. These operators are the building blocks that let us create meaningful conditions and really start making decisions. Okay. But what if you have more than two options? What if you need to check for several different conditions? That's where elif comes to the rescue. Elif is short for else if, and it lets you chain multiple checks together. Your program will go down the list one by one. It checks the if first. If it's false, it moves to the first else if. If that's also false, it moves to the next else if, and so on. As soon as it finds a condition that is true, it runs that block of code and then skips the rest of the chain. It's a clean and efficient way to handle complex decision-making. Let's put this all together with a practical example. We'll build a simple program that greets you differently based on the time of day. First, we'll get the current hour. Then we'll use an if statement to check if the hour is before noon. If it is, we'll print good morning. Then we can use an else if to check if it's before 6 p.m. If so, it'll say good afternoon. Finally, we'll use an else statement as our catch-all. If it's not morning and not afternoon, it must be evening, so we'll print good evening. See, with just a few lines of code, we've made our program much more interactive. And that's a wrap on our beginner's guide to conditional statements in Python. You now have the fundamental tools to make your code respond to different situations. The key is to practice. Try creating your own little programs with if, and else. The more you use them, the more natural it will become. Thanks so much for your hard work. See you on the next video. Happy coding.